Come here.
Camera set. And background. Action, Blake. June.
I promise you, you have absolutely nothing to be scared of, okay? I've done this surgery so many times, all right? All you gotta do is close your eyes and you're gonna be great, all right? Bye, Emily. I'll see you later.
Hi, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what are you...
No, I just,
Is everything okay?
Yeah, you forgot this.
Wait, what? No, babe, this isn't mine.
I know, I happen to love you too.
That was the kiss heard around the world, the kiss between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively that wasn't in the script. And the real question is, who actually kissed whom? Did Justin initiate a kiss with Blake, or did Blake initiate a kiss with Justin? Well, it turns out, it was Blake who kissed Justin. Interesting, right? Remember, in her lawsuit against Justin, she claimed that during a dance scene he kissed her on the forehead, gently touched her shoulder or neck, and even commented on how she smelled. But in Justin's original complaint, the one Judge Lyman dismissed, he said it was actually Blake who was improvising intimate moments, and that as a trained actor, he simply went with it. He didn't take offense, because he knows that sometimes scenes shift, things get added, and you just roll with it. That's part of being a professional actor. And generally speaking, kisses are almost always written into the script. But Justin's team, in their response to her lawsuit during summary judgment, filed a declaration stating very clearly that kiss was not scripted. If you watch the movie, you'll notice the scene isn't even in the film. They cut it entirely. They reshot the same moment in Lily and Ryle's apartment, and in that filmed version, she doesn't kiss him at all. Different location, different staging, and no kiss. So the hospital scene? Gone. Replaced in the apartment. But here's the key point, Justin didn't initiate that moment of intimacy. Blake went off script. And this is just one example Justin's attorneys used to show the court that the behavior Blake accused Justin of was behavior she was doing herself. Another issue that came up was the claim about Justin calling Blake sexy. There's a clip from the bar scene where everyone's in harnesses, and Blake said she was offended because he called her sexy. But I want to show you that clip, and then show you another clip of Blake on the floor, telling a group of guys how sexy her shoes are.
Thank you so much.
Ready, everybody? We really should go, please. So, again, who's gonna watch everything here? A wall comes in, right? So please make sure that nobody's standing right here, please. Okay. All right.
Somebody lock it up.
Toothpick, please. Viv, do you have a toothpick?
Yeah, right here.
Thank you. Whatever you do, you're always pantomime talking to one another. You're always saying something, right? About the game.
Yeah, I'm going over there.
All right, we should go.
Oh, really?
Looks it good for you?
Oh, you put you in the berries?
That scene, you guys, that scene is the one that would go to a jury if this ever goes to trial. This is the moment where Blake and Miss Jenny claim comments were made about an outfit being sexy. But it's not even what he said. I know it's hard to hear, you might have to rewind and listen closely. If you've seen the movie, you know exactly which scene this is. They're out at a bar, all wearing Onacies because apparently in Boston, if you show up in an Onacy, you get free or cheaper drinks. They're in a small dive bar, it's hot, and everyone is uncomfortable. Jenny's outfit is a little less covered, Justin's clearly worried because of how warm it is, and he's trying to make sure everyone's look matches the scene. He's basically saying, we're all in our Onacies, right? It's going to be hot. Then he notices Blake has something in her teeth. When he sees that, he asks someone to get her a toothpick. And honestly, that's not offensive at all. If you're directing a film and your lead actress has something stuck in her teeth in 4K, you're going to catch it on camera. No director wants their lead to look foolish with food in their teeth. Blake gets the toothpick, works it out, removes the food, and then gives him a death stare. I honestly don't think she was offended by anything about the outfit. I think she was annoyed that he noticed the tooth issue. I think she felt embarrassed. And instead of making it about the teeth, which would sound trivial, she reframed it as him calling her sexy. And remember, as a director trying to shape the creative vision of the film, he can comment on wardrobe. But here's what's interesting about the power dynamic. Even as he questions her look for the scene, she doesn't change anything. She doesn't unzip the Onacy. She doesn't adjust her outfit. Nothing changes. So who really had control? He can voice an opinion, sure, but her wardrobe stayed exactly the same. To me, it looks like Blake was simply embarrassed that he pointed out the thing in her teeth. Jenny, meanwhile, doesn't even look upset. This is why it seems Blake may have influenced how others perceived the moment. Because if a jury watches that clip, it doesn't look like harassment. It looks like a director doing his job. Honestly, I'd be mortified if something was in my teeth, and even more mortified if it ended up on camera. In that moment, he was actually protecting Blake from an on-screen mistake. It's ridiculous this even became an issue. And the next clip? It's Blake on the floor showing people her boots, and calling them sexy.
Can I just sit? Can I just sit with the chair right there? I'm just gonna close this distance. I know it seems so ridiculous. I don't think it's even matters. Another problem. The reason they're so sexy is because it's just like naked, but like, but there's no bottom. So your phone is hitting wood. It is. It's actually really cool. And I did it before. Can I just sit? Can I just sit with the chair right there? I'm just gonna close this distance. I know it seems so ridiculous. I don't think it's even matters. Another problem. The reason they're so sexy is because it's just like naked, but like, but there's no bottom. So your phone is hitting wood. It is. It's actually really cool. And I did it before.
She's sitting on the floor, surrounded by a group of guys, wearing those boots, the same $2,000 boots from Lily's birthday scene. The same boots everyone recognizes from the moment in Ryle's bedroom, when things first get physically intense. And apparently, she wears these boots in almost every scene. She starts explaining what makes them so sexy. She says you can see the silhouette of her foot, the arch, the shape, because the boots offer almost no support. Her toes are on the ground, her heel is lifted, and the arch is exposed, making the shoes incredibly uncomfortable, but, in her words, very sexy. So she's sitting on the floor, telling a group of crew members, do you know why my foot looks so sexy? This is what makes the boot sexy. And honestly, think about how often headlines call Blake Lively's outfits sexy. How often the word sexy is used to describe women's clothing, red carpet looks, even streetwear. Imagine if every time an outfit was called sexy, someone labeled it sexual harassment. So if Justin's comment, that an outfit might be hot or make someone feel warm, is framed as harassment, how is it not harassment for Blake to sit with a group of guys and call her own boots sexy? This is exactly what would go to a jury. Part of any harassment claim is whether the person themselves uses or engages in similar language. If she opens that kind of conversation, if she normalizes that vocabulary, then why is it unacceptable when others use similar words toward her? It raises the question, how can it be harassment if the same behavior is coming from her? And honestly, I've never seen someone present themselves with this level of entitlement. Then during Justin's deposition, attorney Michael Gottlieb drilled into him like a man obsessed about hugging. Suddenly hugging is portrayed as the most shocking, inappropriate thing imaginable. Gottlieb asks, how many times would you estimate you hugged Miss Lively? On set, not off set, but at work. Justin is confused. Are these hugs I initiated, or hugs I received? Gottlieb says, you can categorize it however you like. Justin wants to be precise, but Gottlieb keeps pushing. Justin finally says he doesn't know, he has no specific number. Gottlieb says, fair enough. When you don't know, that's what I want you to say. Then Gottlieb moves on. Do you know who Vivian Baker is? Justin answers that she's Blake's makeup artist. Gottlieb says she testified under oath about a culture of hugging on set, and that it made some people uncomfortable. Justin replies that he finds that odd, because, according to him, Miss Baker herself would often run up and hug him. Gottlieb challenges him. So because she hugged you, you find it odd that she said people felt uncomfortable? Justin answers yes. Gottlieb then reminds him of earlier testimony about the hot tub and about hugs, and suddenly, Blake's harassment claim is tied to hugging. To counter that, Justin's team submitted clips showing he hugged multiple cast members, not just Blake, arguing it wasn't gender-based or targeted.
Check it out.
No, I got you.
Hopefully,
that's the right one.
whatever the hell. That's all right. Oh, there you are.
Yes, you did. Yeah. Okay.
You're awesome. You were amazing. Really, this is like, so you have some depth from soul. I saw it in the vision, but you're gonna kill her. Who knows? There might be some stuff.
Oh, I think I did. It was in the footage. It was a video. Because some of these were shots that I just kind of took.
So
This clip shows the cast wrapping the filming for young Lily and young Atlas. They're leaving the set, he's thanking them, saying goodbye, just normal end-of-day stuff. And according to Blake's legal team, this culture of hugging is supposed to be part of the harassment. But here, even young Atlas walks up, he initiates a hug, and Justin hugs him back. So apparently, hugging men is also part of this offensive culture of hugging. I mean, sure, not everyone is a hugger, and people's boundaries should absolutely be respected. But on creative sets, people often become like family. It's not unusual for people to hug goodbye, or even give a friendly cheek kiss when wrapping a scene. Hollywood sets, especially post-Me Too, can be extremely cautious, but even then, interactions like these still happen. And what this clip suggests is that Justin wasn't selective. He hugged men, he hugged women, it wasn't targeted or gender-specific. It's not like he singled Blake out for special physical contact. For Blake's legal team to prove harassment based on hugging, they'd have to show it was only directed at her or at women. But here we see him hugging multiple male cast members as well. This is the culture of hugging they're calling inappropriate. And watching the deposition, the way attorney Michael Gottlieb presses Justin, as if hugging on a film set is some egregious offense, really stands out. It feels exaggerated, almost theatrical. Gottlieb has taken similar aggressive approaches in past cases, but here it seems disconnected from what's actually shown in the footage. So this is part of the evidence the judge will see, and if this goes to trial, it's what a jury would see too. Does it support the claims of harassment, or does it point in a different direction entirely? Does it show wrongdoing, or does it show normal set behavior being reframed through a harsher lens? Some people believe this strengthens Justin's defense. Others believe it complicates Blake's narrative. And there's also speculation, unproven, just online chatter, that Ryan may be deeply curious about what really happened on set. But again, that's speculation, not established fact. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this evidence supports Blake's claims? Or does it weaken them? If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a new upload. Thanks so much for watching, love you all, my besties. Thanks, brothers and sisters.